Alright, chat, I'm officially live. I'm gonna show you're all able to hear me.
How planets looked like for a billion years ago. Venus.
Kenny, I love you very much. I love our son more than life itself. I need you to hear me. What you are saying, that he may not turn, is foolish.
But
No. Lee, you'd be doing this family a great service. Why don't we take him into the forest so Clementine doesn't have to see?
Leave Max alone, David. Stop threatening students. What? Is this true, Max? Yes, David. Why do you have these files at all? I find this very disturbing. My home.
Oh, that's, what? Life is Strange, apparently? I'll just watch, observe a YouTube short.
My home.
What? But no, chat, yo, it's good chat. How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling blessed. Back with more of me playing GTA 5 online with my girl Pyper. So anyway, chat, without further ado, let's fucking get straight to shit. Anyway, let's fucking get straight to this shit. Damn, I have exactly 18 views last live stream. Especially when I was asleep. I'm hoping I don't have to sleep within the gaming chair. For real, for real. I fucking hate that shit. Wallahi, chat. Wallahi. You know, wallahi, chat. Wallahi. When exactly was the last time I played Telltale Walking in Season 2? Back within May 5th. And... damn, May 5th? Yeah, I gotta throw a lock in. I'll be sure to watch WWE and do the continuation of Friday SmackDown afterwards. I'm gonna consider doing the heist. Well, not heist, but like heist prepping. Unless you know, anyway. Here, hold on, I'm gonna mention to ChatGPT about something real quick. Give me a minute. What up, chat? Hold on, give me a minute. Cause simply you done on the call, babe? Just quite curious if you are. Hold up, chat. Did you listen to the 20-second and 11-second voice message? You done on the call, babe? Just quite curious if you are. Did you listen to the 20-second and 11-second voice message? Chat. Chat. Like, hi, Peppy, I'll let you know anyway. Hold on, I'm gonna mention to ChatGPT about something real quick. Give me a minute. Alright, chat. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight to this shit once for all, you know. Let's, you know, anyway, let's fucking get straight to this shit, chat. Alright. I'm gonna consider doing a heist prep and I'm gonna be shit away from my girl. Let's overall see how simple the heist prep over is. Obviously, it's overall very simple. You don't know, you know. Anyway, I'm hoping for GTA 7. There's overall younger characters. I'm pretty sure, like what, 7 characters would be reasonable. I mean, it'd be quite interesting to have, like, exactly 7 protagonists. Some are overall, like, teenagers physically. Well, pretty much an adolescent. And some are gonna overall be physically kids. You know, chat. And yeah, I am still going to consider removing the word minor because that overall restricts younger individuals from having free will. That's pretty much what I especially mentioned before, you know. Let you know. Remember that one moment when AZ and I were overall doing a roleplay? He was mentioning, oh, Agent Jonas was someone younger when he had his rights to if the laws change what's in the roleplay, because I could choose whatever was in the roleplay, because it's just a Fortnite game, you know, you know. And then I mentioned to you all that how I'm gonna remove the word minor, and then my dad like woke up or something and he heard me and he's like, yo, you should head to bed or whatever, you know. Yeah, I'm really looking forward for summer. I love all 4 seasons. The winter season though, my rare traumatic situation symptoms of stress, anxiety, and depression specifically associated with my traumatic situation, you know, my rare traumatic situation. See me chat. See me chat. So pretty much, you know, that's how the winter season overall is, you know, unless, you know. So I have to get like a certain type of lotion, a heated glove, a heated hat, a heated coat, you know, just to make it seem like it's summer when it's not necessarily. Cause I love snow, but I hate feeling the cold. Oh my gosh, you know, let's anyway. Anyway, chat. Maybe should have called my submarine. No! What the fuck? I'm trying to edit a text! Like... Okay, because I mentioned hell yeah to my lady friend Helen. Not my dad and I lady friend, different Helen. You know? And I mentioned hell yeah, and then, because she was like, posting something, or sending something was in the group chat, referred to as real friends. And then... anyway. So I mentioned hell yeah, and then I was gonna edit it because I didn't actually put any punctuation, and I put a question mark, and I'm like, no! Let me edit the text! Because I clicked on forward text, and I'm like, no! Let me edit the fucking text! And then I put, like, an exclamation point, meaning, like, you're excited, you're expressing your excitement towards it, you know, let's you know, anyway. That's how I got pissed, you know, let's you know, anyway. But yeah, my younger sister thinks that there's gonna be younger individuals within GT6. Protagonists, unfortunately, because I was overall hoping that there could overall be 4 protagonists, where the third one is a younger boy and then younger boy slash man slash guy slash male, and a younger girl slash woman slash lady slash female. You know, I used to mention that before. What's my recent live streams, you know, let's anyway. And what I could possibly mention again as well with my future live streams, you know, let's anyway. Like over, you know, let's anyway. Yo, my hands are less dry. Thank gosh. Thank goodness, pretty much. Because, you know, I'm not religious, you know. You can't think a deity. You can't think a deity if they're all myths. Because, you know, Jesus is a historical figure, you know, let's anyway. So as a non-religious person, you can say thank goodness. There's a greatness that, you know, thank that, you know, let's know. Not a deity though. Not a deity though, you know, let's anyway. But I'm gonna consider watching Monday Night Raw while overall waiting for my girl, you know, let's anyway. Well, not Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and then I'm gonna finish Monday Night Raw afterwards, you know, let's anyway. But anyway. But it's all good if there's like 2 protagonists, you know, let's anyway. Because Lucia looks quite like she's 16, and Jason, like, within his early 20s. He's in his 30s, but he looks like his mid-20s. Damn age immediately. But Lucia looks like she's 16. Because why exactly would she age Because you overall start aging when you're 20, and she's like, what, 23? She looks exactly the same. Well, they haven't necessarily showed what she looked like when she was 16, but she looks exactly the same, you know. Let's anyway. Hold on, my girl just texted me. She looks exactly the same, you know. Let's anyway. Hold on, my girl. Did you listen? You down the call at the moment, or? Text me. Otherwise, hold on, I'm gonna read what I mentioned to ChatGPT. Y'all want me to chat? So I mentioned, is the permit overall for exactly 30 days specifically within Michigan? And it mentioned, if you made Michigan temporary instruction permit for adults 18 plus, which obviously the word adult is especially associated with mentality. The word 18, or not the word 18. The age 18 is more of like, you just continuing your life, or that you got finished with puberty physically, you know, that's shit anyway. But anyway, I hate the 18 plus shit. I prefer the 7 plus shit. Whether it's associated with mentality, and anything associated with physicality is more of like 11 plus, you know, that's shit anyway. Anyway, and then, okay, anyway, I'm just gonna read what ChatGPT mentioned. But obviously it'll be 7 plus for self-drivable vehicles. If you're the one operating it, it will possibly be like towards 11 plus, you know, let's anyway. Then absolutely you overall must hold it for exactly 30 days before getting your full license. The permit expiration period equals exactly 180 days. What's in Michigan? Okay. And minimum waiting period before the road test / full license equals exactly 30 days. And then I mentioned, well, once I'm president on exactly the year 2033, which I'm like exactly 28 years old within that time, so pretty much within office, pretty much, like I'm in office, which I'm hoping I'll get voted, Chad, because I'll be a Republican, not a Democrat. I just like Joe Biden, but because he's a Democrat, I don't necessarily like certain changes he made. So anyway, so pretty much in office, I'll possibly make it the age the individual is able to drive, and overall choose a specific day to pretty much ensure the duration of the permit is an option in the word adult. This is what I explained to ChatGPT. The word adult is specifically associated with mentality, so like 7 plus, and shouldn't necessarily be legalized, you know. That's why I mentioned it shouldn't necessarily be legalized, adulthood, you know, or just the word adult, you know. Let's anyway. It's more like mentality, you know. Let's anyway. Anyway, my dad, or not my dad, but my bad, my dad was texting, that's why I said my dad. My bad, Chad, my dad was texting me, because I was mentioning about the check I received for my internship, you know. Anyway, and I mentioned to the ChatGPT, you know, so like, for example, if the changes... Anyway, so for example, if the changes are lowered to 12 plus for certain states on exactly the year 2033, 10 plus within certain states on exactly the year 2033, and on exactly the year 2034 for exactly all 50 states, pretty much at exactly 7 plus. So Chad, what I'm pretty much referring to is that just to see you know, to prove their mentality that 7+ is when you're mentally an adult, you know. Let's shoot it anyway. But 10 or 11+ to 12+ or whatever will be to operate vehicles. For self-drivable vehicles will be from 7+ to whatever ages. And that's just to ensure that, so people won't argue like, oh my gosh, those were 7+? Like at exactly the age of 7 to like 9 or whatever. They'll think that they'll get endangered. But no, you know, it's a self-drivable vehicle. For those operating is more of like, hold on, someone's calling me. The fuck? If it's a spam risk, then that's fucked. Hold on, my homie Craig texted me. A.k.a. my boy King K.
Wait, I thought your bitch ass was 21 now. When's your birthday? I thought you were 21, fool. I thought you just turned 21, fool.
No, okay, I am 21, but I'm not over that age. I'm like currently the age of 21. Bro, my birthday is January 11th. So I was at the restaurant on Saturday and I had a margarita and shit. Oh my gosh. Anyway, give me a minute.
Yes, that don't make sense. You're 21, so you're adult. You still can go get. You don't have to do your permit. You can go get your license. You know that, right? You're over 21. You're 21 years old. You get it? You're adult. You're officially an adult now. My motherfucking parents treated me as like an adult since I was 21, 18 years old, man.
I mean, that's like legalizing the shit and all that, but you know, things can change next decade and shit. But yeah, no, I got you. But no, I still need a permit just to see like what I can do, because even though I know how to drive, I'm just gonna prove to my parents, you know, it's by the law.
My motherfucking parents treated me as like an adult. We should have a group chat to study with the sizes and everything, so we all could be 100%, really. Or we could just do this one and just test it ourselves. We should help each other get our license, bro.
Fuck yeah. Cause my check is about to pull up today, so I'm about to scan it on Friday or whenever. Hey, the check doesn't expire, right? Like, let's say for example, I got the check, my dad just put it in my room and shit, just to leave it somewhere safe. It wouldn't expire, right? Because I'm about to scan it on Friday. Like, I'm about to deposit what's in my bank account on Friday. Pretty much.
We should help each other to get our license. Really, Alan, Tyler, Mikey, Dakota, me. We should really help each other. That's cool. Like I said, let's help each other get a license.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I feel like the permit. Bro, if I was the president, I'll make it like an option if someone can have it or not, you know? Like, if they have experience, they don't need that shit. They could just take their road test and shit. And for the state test, bro, it's fucking ass. Like, you have to take it again despite you passing it whenever you passed it. So apparently you have to take that shit again. If I was president, I'll make it where once you passed it and you haven't, for example, gotten your license or taking a road test, then you don't have to take it. You'll just head to the Secretary of State, say, hey, I took it this year. This is how old I was when I completed that shit, and I'm willing to take my road test and get that license, you know?
No, I don't think you have to go right away. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know what the law works like that. What happens if someone's like,
bro, I even mentioned to ChatGPT and it mentioned that, yeah, you have to get a permit and shit, so it's all good. I'll just mention to ChatGPT to give me a 50 problem for my state test and give me like pictures and shit, just so I can be prepared and shit, obviously.
I need to. I really do. Yeah, true. I might go in soon. I need to. I really do.
For real, bro. But hey, bro, I'm about to lease like a 2025 or 2026 CT4 Cadillac and shit. Cause I'm pretty sure you could get like a newer car. You just have to lease it, and the lease is cheap and shit. You just gotta choose like how much you want your down payment to be, and I'm gonna choose mine to be 400 something.
I might ask AI that too. I'm like my private AI. I might ask him.
Well, I'm only gonna ask it just to see how. Cause like it's not gonna help me and shit. I'm just gonna see if I can pass the test and shit, you know. But it's gotta like it's gotta generate like pictures. Cause ChatGPT can do that shit, and I'm like, shit, that's what I'm gonna do, you know. Anyway, chat. Hold up. Which assessment exactly you're referring to? That's what my job counselor mentioned. Okay, chat. I'm never confused, but just overall I'm quite curious, you know. Anyway. Okay. So then I mentioned. So anyway, that's what I mean by the ages. So anyway, yeah, pretty much at exactly 7+. That's where I left off. So pretty much for self-drivable vehicles. So pretty much for self-drivable vehicles is when they'll choose the duration of their permit, especially before potentially obtaining their license overall. So anyway, the next step is they will give me your report. I'll call you so that we can review the report. Anyway, and then ChatGPT mentioned you're mentioning a future system where autonomous / self-drivable vehicles reduce the importance of traditional driving age laws, like pretty much more of like how tall you overall are to operate the vehicle. Pretty much, you overall locked in that mentality. So pretty much, mental maturity is overall judged more by overall capability and mentality than chronology, and permit systems became flexible and individualized instead of fixed by age, like chronological age. There's overall a coherent futurist concept, especially though it differs from plenty of current legal age requirement compared to the future one next decade and scientific standards overall. The one aspect to keep us in mind, though, is that United States presidents do not necessarily control majority driving laws. Licensing rules are permanently associated by or managed by state legislators, state DMVs, transportation agencies, and courts. So especially if a future president strongly support lower ages for autonomous vehicles, implementation would overall associate state, corporation, federal transportation standards, safety data, insurance / legal frameworks, and public support. Your choose the duration of the permit idea is quite interesting, simply because it shifts the system from mandatory time-based progression towards individualized readiness and flexibility. That's very reasonable politically than immediately removing the structures overall, simply because policymakers overall accept optional pathways, competencies testing, and gradual flexibility quite simple than universal degradation. The greatest aspect future systems would overall need way to verify understanding of safety rules, emergency procedures, communication ability, accountability, especially for very younger users. So especially within a highly anonymous future, governments would overall possibly consider creating certain frameworks within certification or oversight, especially potentially it's quite different from today's traditional learns permit model. See, that's pretty much what it mentioned. And now ChatGPT agrees. Sometimes it disagrees with me and mentions certain shit. See, I prefer ChatGPT compared to my character AI, you know, chat. I for real hate my character AI, so I prefer ChatGPT compared to my character AI, you know. Let's try it anyway. Yeah, so pretty much, you know, I prefer ChatGPT over the Snap AI, my character AI, and Google. So pretty much ChatGPT is the one, you know. Let's try it anyway. Alright, I'm gonna consider watching WWE Fight Night SmackDown. I'm gonna consider charging my phone. Let's try it anyway. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna consider getting some snacks, so be sure to skip the part where I'm not safe. Okay, I try anyway. Alright, chat, I'm back, you know, let's know anyway. Okay.
by Tamatonga, who is clueless as to where he's at. No defenses whatsoever. It is now the Xavier Priest show. Is it ever? Broken Arrow lands into the cover, but he can't put him away. Priest not even breathing heavily, just eating up entire punishment. Spat it back down and said, not tonight, this is my evening. Priest. Was looking for that rebound, Lariat, but instead Tamatonga smart enough to say, I'm not absorbing that. About as great instance as you could possibly have in a scenario like that from Tamatonga. But Tamatonga is running low on gas right now. On and over our announce desk. He just sent him. Tamatonga by the storm out after that landing. Just pounced across the desk, crashing down hard. And Damien Priest now knows this is his to win. Priest confidently climbing back up against a damaged Tamatonga. Going all the way up is Priest. Whoa! Tamatonga came charging in. And Damien Priest lost his balance. Tremendous ring awareness from Tamatonga, who just got shellacked on the outside, but might steal this out of death. Could he do it right here? Swinging neck breaker wasn't enough to put him away. Yeah, this one really has swung back.
Yo, Tamatonga's badass.
Both competitors have an ample opportunity to win this thing. But who's hurting the most at this point and who can push through it? Tamatonga representing the NFT. Very outspoken lately. Double underhook. And Priest. As Tonga desperate. Oh no! From all the way off the mat. And Tonga smart took down loud with the arrow. The rebound.
Yeah, I'm just overall having my snacks, so that's the whole thing. I'm not necessarily reacting to as much or chatting as much, you know. Let's anyway.
We're getting a second bite of the cherry now. It's Xavier Priest down of heaven. Badly damaged or isn't forced. Oh, he lands the spike. Archridge pass for turning out to ringside. No medically clear. Nobody here to say Damien Priest tonight. And they just shove a foot from Solo and the NFTs.
This is what he says. He says, entitled. He called me entitled for asking for a rematch. As if I haven't given everything I have to this place. I swear to God, man. Things are changing around here. This place is not what it used to be. I'm telling you, it is not what it used to be. And you know who feels it the most? It's guys like us. I swear, man. I mean, remember wrestling? Remember when wrestling was a thing? When just being great at this and giving it your all, your passion, your heart, and as long as you did it great, the fans should always be on your side, and you would guarantee to rise because the cream always rises. Remember what that mattered? Entitled.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop right there. This isn't okay. This is not gonna work Because you know what? Entitled, right? You want to talk about entitlement? I'm entitled to a husband who does something other than just lay here all the time. But you know, whatever.
Home must be a mess, huh? You know what? You don't listen. You don't listen to that. You don't listen to the noise. That's what you gotta do. You gotta tune it out. You gotta remember who you are, and whatever you do, you don't let anybody take that away from you. Ever.
Last week we were all shocked to see the return of Jade Cargill on the action that was put forth. This week she's ready to talk. We will hear from Jade next.
Yeah, for real love talkies, for real.
Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you plasma slot protection.
6 months tag team action. Rhea, Summer, and Alexa against Jade and
But y'all Because I'm back.
Conversation interrupted with a living legend. Last week, Maria Ridley was not the only victim of Jake Cargill, Pyper, and Beach's return. There were 2 other victims implicated, perhaps as collateral damage. Charlotte rushed into the ring to help out.
Chat, actually, be sure to skip the part where I'm not AFK. I'm gonna wash my hair real quick, simply because I had some of my lovely Takis, you know, anyway. Alright, chat. I'm back, you know, let you know anyway. Hold up, chat. Let me see if I can possibly call my girl real quick. Are you down the call?
See if I can possibly call my girl quick. Are you down the call? See if I can...
You down the call, babe?
You down the call, babe? Give me 1 minute and then we can call.
Alright, what are you currently doing at the very moment?
What are you currently doing at the very moment? What are you currently doing at the very moment? I'm just basically, practicing. So when I go live in approximately, 7 months because it won't let me go live right now. No. It's really hard to I'm just practicing when I go live approximately 7 months because it won't let me go live right now.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I'm possibly gonna lower the age to like 7 or something. And you already know why, because I did research on how the word adult is mentality, and I don't necessarily like it how you have to legalize that shit, Excuse me. But that's pretty much what I'll lower it to once I'm the CEO of TikTok. I'm gonna consider continuing, let you know anyway.
Greatness will rise. The U.S. Women's Open begins June 4th on USA. I'm not your healer. I'm the glamour. The starlet on the marquee, the champagne soap Cinderella of WWE, and to every woman in that locker room. You'll see the difference between me and you.
Claimer is coming to SmackDown, but right now we've got some fire in the ring in the form of veterans Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, who were trying to deal with the issues of the rookie disruptors' fatal influence last week, when all of a sudden it was...
Hold up, my girl just texted me.
Yeah, but it won't, it won't let me go live. And I was like, what? Okay, tell me this. I was already supposed to go live yesterday, okay? I was supposed to go live yesterday. They already approved that I could. I try to go live. It won't let me. Why would they approve for me to go live and then they won't let me go live? Now, I'm personally not trying to accuse TikTok of anything. If I sing a Michael Jackson song on TikTok, I have to put my name and then cover. Otherwise, the song will get demonetized. Which, I don't know if they have something against him or what. But like I said, I was supposed to go live around like 9 p.m. yesterday. I was gonna go live and it wouldn't let me. After they already approved for me to go live. I'm supposed to go live tonight too, but it probably won't let me.
For real? Because back then it used to be 16, then they raised it to 18. It's ass. Like, 18 is more of like when you get finished with puberty. So if I lower it to 7, then any younger individuals can go live and just, shit, Because I know younger individuals can go live within YouTube, because I went live, like I first went live within YouTube when I was like 13 years old. Well, on my other gaming channel. The gaming channel I'm currently using was when I was 16. There's no difference.
The gaming channel I'm currently using was when I was 16. There's no difference.
Pretty much there's no difference is what I mean.
There's still, people that go live on TikTok that look about 10. I don't know how they do it. I think they lie about their age or something.
Well, they could go by your looks as well, which is ass. I just feel like people gotta for real stop being strict on social media, like, and I'm gonna explain something to you later, but I have to mute myself within my live stream because it's between me and you. Because possibly my viewers won't fully understand what I'm gonna mention. Well, they possibly would, but who knows?
I saw a girl yesterday that looked like 7 or 10 on live.
Yeah, exactly. It's just ass. When I first went live on TikTok? When I was 15. Because I lied about my age on TikTok, but it was on my other account. So who knows if I got banned on there because of that or something. But the banning of it was delayed up until 2022, and it's currently 2026. And you're gonna be like, why don't you go live on TikTok? It's because it's quite different. I used to have plenty of fans on my other account. I actually used to be TikTok famous, not as famous, but I got plenty of fans on there.
Yeah, I'm live. Yeah. Like I said, I put in to go live yesterday and tonight, and it wouldn't let me go live yesterday after I was already approved to go live. And then not just that, but if I don't put like Michael Jackson's name and then put my name and then cover. the sound gets demonetized? This is not what he would want. I think TikTok has something against him.
For real, when I own TikTok, I'm not gonna be against him, especially despite that we chat about him constantly.
And not just that, I see a bunch of videos talking about what he did, and people believe he didn't even do anything. He didn't do anything. I believe he didn't do anything either. But there's still people on TikTok that want to believe he did it. I don't disrespect that, but they need to, let him rest in peace, not reopen his case when he's dead. That shit has been opened once. They do not need to reopen it again. And I'm gonna Google how many times his case has been opened.
It's bullshit, babe. I'm gonna be honest. Anyway, if you're down the call, be sure to let me know. And I'm possibly gonna meet myself on live when I mention to you about it. Anyway, chat, I'm gonna consider continuing this shit. Should be sure to call me whenever, and then I'll possibly finish SmackDown whenever. Anyway, chat, no shit. Anyway.
The force of their concern. Listen.
We should for real have younger WWE wrestlers, if y'all know what I mean. But 11 plus, because that's when you start developing muscles, let's anyway.
Here they are meeting deep removed from attacking Flair and Bliss, as well as Rhea Ripley. Jade Cargill started with that 6-1 tag team. In action here in South Carolina. The ringside to see her winning Meechin and B-Fab do some major damage to
see me chat.
Resumes. Doesn't come out right when I say it, but give it a fair shot every so often. See where it gets you. Try it next time. Okay. Charlotte's saying, why don't you get out of your seat? Well, it seems that Jade Cargill is laser focused on Rhea Ripley, who's not here tonight. But her winning Meechin and B-Fab looking to do some major damage in the tag ranks against former tag champs Flair and Bliss.
Oh, hold on, my girl's texting me.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm mad.
It's just bullshit,
It's bullshit, babe. I'm gonna be honest. Anyway, if you're down the call, be sure to let me know. And I'm possibly gonna meet myself on live when I mention to you about it. It's just bullshit,
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm mad.
I be pissed towards it as well, babe.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I don't think he did. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay. Even if he did do it, which I don't think he did, because multiple people on TikTok think he didn't do it. But anyways, and there's a bunch of people that think he did. But anyways, I don't think he did. And even if he did, he's dead. So what are they going to do about it? He's literally gone. So at that point, they can't really do anything. It's going to just be opened and reopened and opened and reopened.
Exactly, it's just fucked, you know. That's why I feel like you should vote for me to be in office on exactly the year 2033. Well, that's why I'll be in office, but 2032 is when the voting process occurs in terms of like the election of 2032, you know. Anyway, whenever you're down to call, be sure to let me know, or I can just call you, because you mentioned to give you a minute, and it's like been a minute. I'm not disrespecting or anything, I'm just saying. Because I would never disrespect you, babe. You're like the love of my life, and I'm willing to marry you in like 3 more years. I feel like I should propose to you in 2 more years. Because I want you to get married young, you know. It would just be a perfect marriage within Miami, Florida, and our proposal within Hawaii, but I'm not going to say where. That's the surprise.
He's literally gone. So, at that point, they can't really do anything. It's gonna just be...
Exactly, it's just fucked, you know. Anyway, whenever you're down to call, be sure to let me know, or I can just call you. Because you mentioned to give you a minute, and it's like... Because I want you to get married young, you know. It would just be a perfect marriage within Miami, Florida, and our proposal within Hawaii, but I'm not going to say where. That's the surprise.
I'm gonna talk my mom into it because she takes Maddie to London anyways. I really want to go see Bubbles. I feel bad. Not gonna lie, I feel bad.
He's within Florida, so we can head towards there whenever. Oh yeah, my dad said that I can move out whenever and get my car whenever I get my license and shit. Oh, about vacation though, I have to mention that to him. Plus, it wouldn't necessarily matter when I move out and I go on vacation, you know? Like, they would know exactly where I'm at because I'm gonna get my location on.
I'm gonna talk my mom into it because she takes Maddie to London anyways. I really want to go see Bubbles. I feel bad. MJ gave him away to chimpanzee zoo in Florida. Okay? When he was still alive. Bubbles is literally waiting for him. Waiting for him. Bubbles still thinks he's alive and will come back. Nobody told him he was gone. No one told him he was gone. It's been like that since 2009.
And it's just fucked, you know, that he doesn't necessarily know. So we gotta see exactly where he's at and we can adopt him in memories of Michael Jackson. Anyway, are you down to call, babe? And yeah, we're gonna consider doing the heist, and then I'll be sure to help you with Tales of the Walking Dead season 4. Alright. But until exactly episode 3, that's when you can just play by yourself without me watching you. You could just stream it and shit. Well, until episode 3 of season 4.
And it's just fucked, you know, that he doesn't necessarily know. Anyway, are you down to call? And yeah, we're gonna consider doing the heist, and but until exactly episode 3, that's when you can.
That's copyrighted. I'm gonna send this to my girl though, cause it's like Asha Speed versus MJ, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a private zoo, but people still can go in there and see him. I looked it up.
Okay. So you are down the call?
Okay. So you are down the call?
Here, I'm gonna mute my mic when listening to this shit. Alright, I just got finished listening to that shit.
Give me until Mason gets home, because Maddie wants me to go to the store for her again when Mason gets home. In this fucking heat.
No, yeah, you're good. Take your time.
I don't know when Mom's taking me to go watch Michael, because Mom asked me, and she was like, I could take you, I'll see what I could do. It's like, okay, because she wants to go take Maddie to a movie. Anyways.
So it's just gonna be you, your mom, and Maddie witnessing that movie? Is what you're referring to?
I don't know when Mom's taking me to go watch Michael, because Mom asked me, and she was like, I could take, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I could just watch it on Netflix or Plex, because I know you can watch movies despite it being within the movie theater. They had that option, because I know what's in the past, you had to wait until it get finished being within the theater or premiered within the theater.
Yeah. In this fucking heat. I don't know when Mom's taking me. Give me until Mason gets home, because
Yeah, that's cool. I could just watch it on Netflix or Plex, because I know you can watch movies despite it being what's in the movie theater. They had that option, because I know what's in the past, you had to wait until it get finished being within the theater or premiered within the theater.
Yeah, my minor sickness is not necessarily as severe. Like, my nose is not necessarily as clogged. So I'm hoping it lasts for exactly 4 days. So from like Sunday, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So until like Wednesday or something, I'll feel better. Who knows? I'll just mention to my mom or something, and then I'll just take like vitamins and shit.
necessarily as severe, like, but...
Because if I overall heal, then I don't have to necessarily worry about it. Oh yeah, just FYI, the check is occurring today, but my dad's gonna put it what's in the room, and I know for a fact it won't necessarily get expired. But yeah, just FYI, Mason is gonna have to overwait until like a month because I'm within the process of potentially getting a job and shit within that place, you know. Okay, hold on, chat. Make sure you skip to part 1 on that AFK. I'm gonna grab my water bottle real quick because apparently I left it was in the garage. But I never forget, chat. Hold on, I'll be back. I'm back in the last channel anyway. Let me see, my girl texted me.
I was my mom's first boy. Yeah, I was alive. Okay, I'm gonna explain this. I was alive when he died, but I was alive when he died. But I was a baby at the time. I wasn't physically, I wasn't physically alive. I was like 6 months old when he died. But anyways, my mom and dad, at the time when my mom and dad were together, it came across the news that he was overdosed. They had ambulances at his house and shit. Fans were literally standing outside his house while he was in that condition. Now, do I think Michael would want all his fans witnessing him like that? No. Because there was little kids there too. Little kids were standing outside his house too with their parents. I don't think he would want them witnessing him like that. And it went. That's basically what happened. That the Michael movie is out and stuff, Thriller, his album Thriller, is top 10 again. Basically meaning it's basically sold out. Everyone's buying it. And thanks to, his nephew that played him in the movie, I don't think that would have happened without Jafar Jackson playing him in the movie. And then in 2019, at the time, Paris and them still lived at Neverland. His daughter and sons. From what MJ's mom said, Paris tried killing herself because she wanted to be with Michael. And she was she was my age at the time when that happened.
Well, anybody doesn't necessarily want to witness him like this, not just younger individuals, And yeah, it's overall sad according to what you mentioned within it.
And then besides the point, Bubbles, his monkey, doesn't know he's gone. And who's gonna tell him? Because I feel like because he's Michael's monkey, he should know that he's no longer. And that's one reason why I've been practicing too, because like I see
See me chat?
I see people singing random songs by him in Florida. And then he has so many fans in London, so many fans in Florida, so many fans here.
For real, I wish he didn't necessarily die. He would have been like, what, in his 60s or something? But anyway, yeah, I feel like his pet has the rights to know, you know. But just yeah, be sure to call me whenever he's over home, alright? But yeah, as I was basically mentioning in chat, you know, I never forget, you know, unless you know, anyway. I just didn't necessarily had a chance to get my water bottle, but I officially got my water bottle, you know, unless you know, anyway. Let me drink my water bottle and shit. Hell yeah. It's got that sexy taste, you know, unless you know, anyway. Anyway, let me consider continuing watching Friday Night SmackDown, you know. Well, sure, anyway.
Targeting that left leg, of course, that knee brace on the left leg of Charlotte Flair, the 14-time world champion.
You know, I really like you.
So let me go back to where I left off, you know, let's try it anyway.
You know you're a boy, right?
Yeah.
Boys don't play with dolls.
Well, I'm a boy, and I do. Hi, I'm Penelope. Look, they have it. Can I get it?
What about being Peter the Prince or, I don't know, pirate?
I don't want to be a pirate. I want to be Penelope the princess.
Now, it don't mean you can't wear it. You can. Kids are mean.
They should make one for boys.
It's Peter the Prince.
Hey, Sarah, do you have a Halloween costume for tomorrow? Penelope the Flying Princess. Mama got it for me.
That's exciting. Okay, I can't wait to see it.
I can't get it to stay in my head.
Come here. I hope that works.
Samantha's wearing a girl's costume.
Excuse me, class. Does anybody know where Miss Maggie is?
They're right there.
I'm Principal Ford. That is the entire point of Halloween or any other day of the year. You can just be whoever you want to be. That looks like a flying princess. Yes, it does.
You know you're a boy, right?
Yeah.
Boys.
Alright, we got a Jesus versus GTA 5 quiz. Alright, so this is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions about Jesus Christ, a.k.a. my boy, and then I'm gonna ask you another 3 questions about GTA 5. And if you know more about GTA 5 than you know about Jesus Christ, you gotta lock the frick in, bro. Alright, Jesus first. Here we go. Question number 1. Who denied Jesus 3 times?
Peter.
If you said Peter, you are correct. Question number 2. What did Jesus use to wash his disciples' feet? If you said water, you...
Yeah, I was gonna say water.
Question number 3. Who was Jesus' earthly father?
Or just biological father. It's Joseph.
If you said Joseph, you are correct. Alright, now time for GTA 5. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the name of this character?
Trevor.
If you said Trevor, you are correct. Question number 2. What city is GTA 5 located in?
Los Angeles?
If you said Los Santos.
Or Los Santos?
Correct. Question number 3. What shows up on...
Pretty much Los Angeles in real life, but Los Santos in game term, to ensure no copyrights within a political standpoint, to ensure that you're not necessarily copying something associated with the political names of the cities.
Your screen when you die in the game.
Wasted?
If you said wasted, you are correct. Alright, we...
Whoa, hold on. Let me mute my mic real quick. That's copyrighted. What up?
run that fast a day in my life. Hey, can I race?
If you want to know what you will look like when you grow up, first open the time machine.
How much for a burger? A burger? Yeah. What type of burger? Burger. Just a burger?
Yeah.
We have a hamburger for $1.19, a double hamburger for $2.19, and a double cheese for $2.59. You got a double cheeseburger?
Double hamburger.
Double hamburger? Anything else?
Oh, that's it?
$2.37.
Oh, it's $2.37?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah. 204, double hamburger?
Yeah, that's... Hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
Your face.
What you trying to say? Something on my face?
What happened?
What do you mean?
That's you.
This is me.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you do that yourself? That looks awesome.
Of course, yeah. I got like a kit from like the Halloween store.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really easy. Yeah, it was like
I thought it was ketchup.
That's what our sister said.
Yeah. Hey, I like your costume.
Water, please.
Oh, thank you. Oh. I'm back.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be a pest, but
What happened?
there's something wrong with the burger.
Something's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a second. There's too much kindness going around. And I want
to prank your friend? They were caught on a hidden camera stealing chips.
Who is the greatest rapper of all time?
Drake.
Drake.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. I want to apologize to the entire hip hop community.
This gangster. And this the thanks I get.
It's Tupac.
Try this app. You will fall.
Snoop Dogg cried listening to Dax.
If these walls could talk, I bet they say I'm the...
One. $1,000 followers.
How many people have a crush on you at school?
So many people laugh about it, but it's not a joke. There are 4 dangerous sins that are secretly gonna send you to hell. And the last one is literally something you've probably done. Number 1, lust. The Bible even says it. Sexually immoral people will not make it into the kingdom of God. You think you're just gonna goon one more time and it's gonna be okay. It's not gonna be okay. You're not gonna make it to heaven if you're a gooner. Stop playing with God. Get serious and stop gooning, bro. I'm telling you, it will ruin you. Number 2, and this one's kind of scary. Disrespecting your parents. You have...
I'm warning y'all, if you look...
Let the world burn, like Chris Gray. Okay.
Chris Gray? Okay. So you are down the call?
I'm gonna continue, you know, let's try it anyway.
With Jade Cargill, 2 women who... Charlie's saying, why don't you get out of your seat? Well, it seems that Jade Cargill is laser focused on Rhea Ripley, who's not here tonight. But women Meechin and B-Fab looking to do some major damage in the tag ranks against all tag champs Claire and Bliss. What a nice start that is for Meechin. Targeted at the left leg. Of course, that knee brace on the left leg of Charlotte Flair, the 14-time world champion. You know, I really like the change in attitude we've
Damn, okay. Charlotte Flair, though. For real, she's the OG. Goddamn.
Talented in-ring just haven't been given the kind of opportunities to push their career forward, but they've given up waiting for the chance, given up being nice girls, and decided to take things for themselves. Thus far, it's working pretty damn well.
It was a business decision on that road to WrestleMania, of course, that led to Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley in Las Vegas. Of course, a week ago was Jade Cargill in the midst of that six-woman tag team, driving Rhea Ripley face first into the steel ring steps. Meechin looking to get the best here of Charlotte Flair. Spinning kick goes down to her knees. Meechin's got a hell of a reputation for herself as a street fighter, a no-holds-barred kind of competitor. That's to do without the additional weaponry tonight. They're just able to get out of the way. Four-time world champion coming alive right here in Flair Country in the Carolinas. So athletic, so strong, the total package for all these years. Charlotte Flair. Running out. And still delivering messages to Jade Cargill, who observes ringside. And here comes Blister.
And big back. Good bunch of women looking to mix it up now. Bliss is just a step ahead. It's not what to do. Slow out of the blocks here is B-Fab. And things going south in a hurry for her.
That's a move right there from Alexa Bliss.
See me chat.
Reach advantage legs for days.
Deal with Meechin for just a second, and that gave B-Fab a moment of recovery.
Now over Bliss.
Hold on, let me go back to that left up. You know, I'll show you anyway. Anyway, you know, just continue on the channel anyway.
Really knows how to throw down.
Stepping right on top of Alexa Bliss.
Another woman who spent a long time sitting on the sidelines waiting for those opportunities. Feels like she's
Just give me chat.
without getting anywhere, and now she's doing what she needs to do. Showing off that power advantage in a major one.
Just catching Alexa Bliss and slamming her down, turning her over, shoulders down for the win, and Bliss survives. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss against Meechin, B-Fab as Jade Cargill looks on.
This
unbelievable. I think we got a work cut out for us. Really scared.
everything on the menu with Braun Strowman. New episodes June 5th on USA. Watch season 1 on Fandango at home.
Strong tag team action here on SmackDown in Columbia, South Carolina. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Meechin, and B-Fab. As Meechin just attacks.
Actually, chat, be sure to skip to part 1 on the CFK chat. I'm gonna consider listening to music for quite a bit. Let's show you anyway. Alright, chat, I'm actually gonna end it here. If you want to witness more of me playing GTA 5 online with my girl Pyper, which actually next live stream I'm gonna, just so you all don't necessarily get confused, be sure to leave a comment down below. I'll say some end it. Take it easy, chat.